Hey guys, today we're going to be answering some of your questions when it comes to the best things to do to burn fat. Okay, this question comes from Marissa, and I get this question a lot. The question is, why do people do fasted cardio to burn fat? So the simple answer is this: is the optimal time for your body to burn fat because it's already in a fasted state. So what that means is overnight, when you're not eating, your body is fasting. So it'll burn through whatever you ate before, the carbs, fat, protein, doesn't matter what it is. At night, your body's burning through all of that. So typically, your blood sugar is going to be low and or regulated, and your body's going to be in fat burning. So when you're exercising in an already fat burning state, your body's going to utilize fat first when you're exercising. It is the number one source of energy for your body. So if you're in a fasted state and you're doing, let's say, LISS, which is low intensity steady state cardio, MISS, which is moderate intensity steady state cardio, or HISS, which I don't really recommend, which is high intensity steady state cardio, you're going to burn more fat because your body doesn't have anything else to utilize. It's going to go directly to your fat stores, oxidize those, break them down in the blood sugar, and allow you to get your workout in.
All right, the next question is from Brent, and he wants to know, when is the best time to eat after exercise? And the answer is within 30 minutes. Your metabolism is already the most efficient following your workout. So anything you consume thereafter is going to burn right through it. So you could kind of think of it as a roaring fire. The more wood you add to it, the more it will just burn right through that. However, if you have a really dwindling fire and you put wood on top of it, it could end up just smothering it. So within 30 minutes is the answer.
This question is from Anonymous. We actually had someone anonymously send us this one. So for this one, it says, I cut my caloric intake. Why am I not losing weight? So this happens a lot, specifically with women more than men, but still, it doesn't matter which sex you are, the answer still stays the same. So the reason, at least one of the reasons that you're not losing weight if you're doing a caloric deficit is that you're going under what's called your BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate. Your BMR is the amount of calories your body burns if you do nothing at all. If you sit in bed all day, that's the amount of calories your body burns. But when you're doing a caloric deficit, if you go under your BMR, which a lot of people do, your body goes in what they call self-preservation. So your body is designed to live. So it'll do whatever it can to continue to do that. So it will start feeding off of itself to survive. So if you're supposed to be eating 2,000 calories and you do a caloric deficit to 1,200, you're at an 800 deficit. Your body's going to get that from somewhere, and it's usually from you. So what happens then is you train your body to feed off of itself. So the next time you eat, it's going to store as much as it can because you're training your body to survive. That's the number one reason you should not do such a high caloric deficit. So my number one recommendation is eat. It's okay to eat. Eat. It's okay to eat.
This question is from Jeff, and he asks, what is the best or optimal heart rate for fat loss? And this is kind of a tricky question. So to burn the most percentage of fat, you have to work at a very low heart rate. So for instance, walking. But you would have to walk forever. So in order to burn the highest volume of fat, you have to work at about 60 to 80% of your max heart rate, which most people consider your fat burning zone.
Oh, next question. All right. So this question is from Narissa. So Narissa asks, would you ever recommend gastric bypass to a client struggling to lose weight or fat? Now, I actually get this question a lot, and I would never, ever recommend gastric bypass for multiple reasons. And one of them being is that it's too aggressive on your body. So, for example, if you're normally 250 pounds and you've been that for the last 5 years, you go get gastric bypass, and then all of a sudden your body weight drops to 180 or 150 pounds. It doesn't give your body enough time to adapt to the new weight. So this is why you see a lot of horror stories out there for people that are losing weight, because your body doesn't have time to adapt. So it affects your heart, your lungs, your organs. Everything's trying to figure out what's going on because you changed from the person you used to be to the person you are now so drastically that it's going to do more harm than good for your body. Yes, are there good cases of gastric bypass? Absolutely. But it's never something I would recommend. So our next question is from Heather. So Heather asks, if you had to choose between 15 minutes of HIIT, which is high intensity interval training, or 1 hour of jogging, which would you recommend for your clients? So this is a complicated question. It all depends on your intensity. So if you have 15 minutes to do HIIT and you have an hour to do jogging, I would recommend doing HIIT longer. That'd be the number one thing I'd recommend. But if you only have 15 minutes to do HIIT and you only had 1 hour to do jogging, I would probably tell you to do jogging. The reason is that you would burn more fat jogging for an hour than you would doing HIIT for 15 minutes. But with that said, if you had a little bit longer, even 20 to 25 minutes, maybe even 30 to do HIIT, you'd burn 1.5 to 1.25 times more fat than if you jogged. And at the end of the day, it all depends on your intensity. So as long as you keep a high intensity, either one of them is going to help you burn fat, but I guarantee you'd burn more fat doing HIIT.